Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking an absolutely mind-blowing mystery. We're looking at a device that literally rewrote the history of ancient technology.
I mean, just think about it. What if the world's very first computer wasn't built in some high-tech lab in the 20th century, but was actually 2,000 years old? Let's dive into this historical detective story and totally challenge what we thought we knew about the ancient world.
So, our mystery kicks off back in the spring of 1900. Picture a group of Greek sponge divers out in the Mediterranean. A massive storm rolls in, forcing them to take shelter near the rocky, kind of isolated island of Antikythera. When the weather finally clears up, they figure, hey, might as well look for sponges while we're here, right? But instead, 45 meters down, they stumble upon an ancient Roman-era merchant shipwreck just scattered across the seafloor.
Now, they pulled up some truly incredible treasures from this wreck. Life-sized marble statues, beautiful jewelry, ancient coins, the whole shebang. But mixed in with all that dazzling loot was this shoebox-sized, heavily corroded, honestly, pretty unimpressive lump of bronze. In fact, this greenish rock-like mass looked so useless, it was almost tossed straight back into the sea. Thankfully, they kept it, because hidden inside that ugly rock was a pristine, staggering mechanical cosmos. Just look at the intricate golden gears in this modern reconstruction. Scholars across the globe now recognize this breathtaking piece of clockwork as the world's very first analog computer. And get this, it predates anything of similar complexity by well over 1,000 years. Part 1. Deciphering the Bronze Puzzle. A century of investigation. Let's see how this incredible device triggered a 100-year puzzle. You see, figuring out this mechanism wasn't exactly as simple as just opening up a box. After it was pulled from the sea, sitting around and being handled over the years, the original device tragically broke apart. That left researchers with exactly 82 fragile, highly calcified fragments to try and decode.
When you look at these fragmented pieces, you can really get a sense of the monumental challenge archaeologists faced. Imagine someone handing you an 82-piece jigsaw puzzle, but there's no picture on the box. The pieces are made of crumbling ancient bronze, and oh yeah, you have no idea what it's even supposed to build.
Unsurprisingly, it took over a century of advancing technology to actually unlock its secrets. It all started way back in 1902 when an archaeologist named Valerio Stopes first noticed actual gear teeth embedded in the rock. For decades, progress was painstakingly slow. But then came the 90s with X-ray studies, followed by high-res CT scans in 2005. And finally, in 2021, a team at University College London managed to completely reconstruct the complex front gearing system.
And those modern CT scans? Total game changer. They didn't just show gears. They actually penetrated all that calcification and exposed at least 30 interacting gears. And incredibly, an actual user manual. Yeah, those tiny Greek letters inscribed right onto the bronze plates were hidden for millennia. They gave researchers exact step-by-step instructions on how to read the device's astronomical dials.
Part 2. Inside the First Computer. The Genius of Ancient Engineering. With the user manual decoded, researchers could finally map out the true mechanical genius hidden inside.
Okay, so to process constantly changing astronomical data, the creators used these incredibly complex epicyclic gear trains. Essentially, that's a system where one gear actually revolves around the center of another. The ancient Greeks used this specific mathematical model to explain the irregular, reversing paths of the planets across the sky. Somehow, they took these highly abstract astronomical theories and forged them into precise physical bronze.
But the absolute pinnacle of this thing is the eccentric gear system, which uses a pin and slot mechanism. Since the moon's orbit around the Earth isn't a perfect circle, it actually looks like it's speeding up and slowing down in the night sky. To track that weird anomaly, engineers use two gears with axes separated by a microscopic 1.1 millimeters, that is literally the thickness of a credit card. A pin on the lower gear engaged a slot on the upper gear to perfectly mimic the moon's true motion. Absolutely wild.
And here's the kicker. All of this complex output was controlled by just turning a simple crank on the side of the wooden box. Turning that crank drove dials on the back of the device that mapped out the Saros cycle. That's a specific mathematical period of 223 lunar months. Basically, by turning the crank to a certain date, the user could accurately predict solar and lunar eclipses years or even decades into the future.
So let's just recap exactly what this machine could do. By simply setting a date, the Antikythera Mechanism predicted the exact positions of the Sun and the Moon. It tracked all 5 planets known in antiquity: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. It timed eclipses, charted the phases of the moon, and even had a dial to count down to the Panhellenic Games, including the Olympics. It was, quite literally, a portable cosmos.
Part 3. Rewriting Ancient History. The Legacy of the Antikythera Mechanism. Discovering these staggering capabilities sent absolute shockwaves through the historical community. Before this discovery, we basically assumed ancient Greek technology topped out at crude windmills, water mills, maybe some basic steam toys. But the reality of the Antikythera mechanism is precision analog computing. We're talking about gear teeth just 1 millimeter long and advanced trigonometry. This is a level of clockwork engineering the world wouldn't see again until the 14th century.
Mathematician Tony Freeth really hit the nail on the head when he said, "The Antikythera mechanism is completely unlike anything from the ancient world. It single-handedly rewrites our knowledge of the technology of the ancient Greeks. It just proves that they were capable of genius-level engineering far, far beyond what modern history ever gave them credit for."
As we wrap up this explainer, it leaves us with one seriously awe-inspiring thought. A device this incredibly sophisticated, it requires immense trial and error. There's no way it was the first of its kind. So if this was just a prototype, or maybe one of many built by ancient masters, what other astonishing technologies are still out there? What else is buried under the sea, or resting beneath our modern cities, just waiting in the dark to be discovered?